Rhiannon Mills, Sky News.
Let's get more on this with the awards expert Mark Llewellyn-Slade. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming in. We heard there from Rhiannon saying that 70% go to ordinary people, but you might not think that because we tend to sort of focus on the celebrities, don't we?
Yeah, there are two types of people that tend to get honours. Those that I describe as being selfless, giving people, those who give of their time or their wealth or their expertise to the benefit of others for no direct financial gain, so such as charity or community workers or people like Katie Cutler, who we just saw there. And the other type of people are those who have reached the top of their chosen field. So eminent surgeons, lawyers, actors, entrepreneurs, and that kind of thing.
But do we think of it as an award to recognise ordinary people? Is that its main purpose?
I'd like to see more ordinary people get the honours they deserve. I think it's all very well that famous actors and pop stars get gongs, but we have to remember that they need to have excelled in their chosen field, but also they have to have gone above and beyond the call of duty. Something I have noticed over more recent years, a bit of a trend, is that more people are now willing to get involved in charity and community activity. And by that I mean more ordinary people, as we call them. But I think that might be driven as well by the work that the likes of Lenny Henry, who's been honoured today, has done with comic relief. And Sir Bob Geldof, of course, going back to Live Aid and Band Aid.
Yes,
I think they're trailblazers and they've encouraged more people to get involved in it.
And just explain to us the process. How do you go about nominating someone, and can anybody nominate anyone else?
Absolutely. That's such an important point. I don't think people realise that they can nominate their friends, family members, business and community contacts for an honour. And if you don't bother to nominate somebody, then it's unlikely that the Cabinet Office is going to find out about their great work and achievements.
I'm struck by this discrepancy in ages. For instance, like you've got Eddie Redmayne and Benedict Cumberbatch, both being awarded CBEs quite young, whereas Michael Bond, who wrote Paddington nearly 60 years ago, and he's been well known for decades and much loved as a children's author. He's only received a CBE at the age of 89. I mean, it just seems a bit strange, this discrepancy.
I think you raise a good point, and I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to it. I think that they have excelled in their chosen field. Have they gone above and beyond the call of duty? I think that's the million-dollar question. If you take someone like Gareth Edwards, an outstanding rugby player in the 70s, it's taken quite a while for him to get his knighthood, but I think the key there is the tireless charity and community work he's done since he's retired, and the fact that he has legend status in Wales.
There's also been a bit of controversy over the leaked information that's got out there, and thinking of Johnny Wilkinson actually thought perhaps he might be knighted, and in the event received a CBE. What do you think about that, about the information that gets out into the public domain before we actually know the reality?
I think leaks are always going to happen when recipients are told 6 weeks before the date of the announcement that they're going to get an honour. There's always a chance, when there's well over 1,000 people involved, that they're going to tell friends, family members, business community contacts and that kind of thing that they've got their gong. They're excited about it. They're probably going to tell people they can't help it, it's human nature. And it only takes one person then to mention it to the media or to somebody else, and then word gets around. And when there are big names involved like Lenny Henry, it's inevitable.
Do you think you'll ever be nominated? Are you hoping for an award at some point?
I don't think I'm worthy. It's a lovely thought and I would be delighted.
Well, we can nominate you. Anybody can nominate, as you say.
Indeed.
Likewise, I hope my friends and family are watching. You can nominate anyone. Thank you very much for coming in, Mark Llewellyn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, still to come on Sunrise.